Everyone wants to get into the mining at the moment, and that's why there's a big issue to get the graphics cards. What cards to get when RX 470s, 570s, 480s, 580s is not available? What alternatives we use and what speeds are we getting? Stay tuned. So yeah, mining has gone very profitable lately, and there's a lot of new people who wants to get involved in mining, and I don't think it's not too late anyway, because the mining is very profitable at the moment, and Ethereum looks in good shape. It keeps rising in the price. Has gone up about, I don't know, 500% in the last month only, and yeah, so that's causing a big issue to get graphics cards and produce enough graphics cards what's best for mining, like the series RX 470s, 570s, 580s, 480s. Those are the most profitable cards for Ethereum mining, and they are the best value also. It's good for mining for Zcash, for Monero, Ethereum Classic. So yeah, and that issue there has been already for a couple of weeks, that AMD can't produce enough chips for these cards. So we are looking into some alternatives, what cards to use for mining, what would be the next profitable card after these. And yeah, we have tested out a few different type of cards. NVIDIA cards, 1060s, and RX 560s. We will be testing there on Tuesday. RX 460s and NVIDIA 1070s, and like the NVIDIA cards is a bit higher in price, but they are very good for Zcash mining. So yeah, and by the way, at the minute we speak, Ethereum has hit $300 US for one Ethereum, which I think it's amazing. I can congratulate everyone who has got involved in mining about a year ago or more, or even from the start. So they probably made some good profit out of it. And yeah, what cards do we use? So the first card what we will be testing is MSI GeForce GTX 1060. It's a card with one fan, and we are testing it on Zcash because it seems the NVIDIA cards is the most profitable on Zcash mining. And this is the mining over here, normal 6-card setup. We're using a 1000 watt EVGA power supply, and it's on Biostar TB85 motherboard. We're using these at the moment now for all of our rigs, and it seems like a reliable motherboard. And the USB risers version 6, and you can see it that these cards are not overclocked. It's out of the box. There's no tweaks done on these, and they are hashing about 250 hashes each graphics card, so making a total 1,500 hashes. Yeah, and uses about 700 50 watts for a whole mining rig. I have a few different mining rigs that are running behind me, and I hope the noise is not too big and you can hear me properly. And I will be showing there. Right, I probably not be showing speed for these rigs. These are MSI RX470 cards, MSI Armors. I think I have a video with these before. They do about 168 mega hash. Then it's here RX 480 cards, Asus, and they do about 175 mega hash. Then I will be probably showing this RX 560 cards from Gigabyte, the mining speeds and the power usage. And also we have a rig here with Gigabyte 580s. Yeah, that's all we have tested at the moment. So let's turn this mining rig off, and I'll bring it over. The 560 rig from Gigabyte, and see what speed do they do and what power usage on these. This is a value cards. They cost around somewhere 140 euro per card. These ones here, it's an overclock edition, 560s. Has 2 fans, and the memory bandwidth, I think it's 128. So let's put in this power cable. Connect to the network. Also, there's been NVIDIA has came up that they are releasing mining cards, special mining cards, and they have the specification exactly as NVIDIA 1060 cards. They come with memory interface 192 bits and memory bandwidth with 192 gigabytes per second. And yeah, there's not a lot of stable miners for NVIDIA cards. So AMD cards are more stable for mining, but NVIDIA is still very good card for Zcash mining because of the high clock rates, speeds, and yeah, we will be testing also all the 1070 card, which should do probably around 500 hashes each. 1060 is doing about, with a little tweaking, could do about 285 hashes for a graphics card. So that's a decent speed also, because these cards are not too expensive yet, but the prices will probably go up very soon because of the very high demand for the graphics cards, and most of the markets is sold out. Like for example, we are looking at cards even in China, and Chinese manufacturer warehouses is empty, and the cards only accepted is on pre-orders in bulk. So you have to get 1,000 graphics cards to get in the queue to get your cards delivered. So yeah, these are the Gigabyte RX 560, and I have set this rig on the Simple Mining software. I think it's just a great software, very stable. You can lower the power usage on these, and these 6 cards are hashing around 82 mega hashes. You can push them even a little bit more. I tried to overclock and got out of them 14 mega hashes per second per card, but that wasn't as stable, so I reduced slightly the overclock to get more stability. And the power usage is great on these, so it's only 440 watts, which is, I think, is great. You can run it on 550 watt power supply, 6 card rig, so this is cheap enough. And maybe there's coming new motherboards out with 12, 13 PCI slots, so you can connect on one motherboard. You can connect these cards, 12 cards, and you will get about the same speed as you get from RX 470s or RX 580s. But I think these cards will be sold out soon as well, because I can see that there's a high demand on these also, because the AMD is still the best for mining. I think so. So yeah, this rig is tested. I will show you now a rig from high-end 580s. At what speed it goes and what's the memory usage. Let's turn this thing back on and mine some coins. Sorry guys for not making videos so often. Been busy very lately with building rigs, and just see, so don't know really what's happening. Where's the why is the all cryptocurrencies are rising as a lot? Maybe because people see the potential in these currencies as a replacement of fiat, and a lot of new people joining, and that's why the price is rising, and they see as a valuable thing. Right, also on this Gigabyte, oh, this is the same I got. This is the same type of cards. I needed to get a different. Wanted to get a different rig. Let's connect that meter. On this RX 580 rig, we are using 1600 watt G2 EVGA power supply, and you don't really need to use such a big power supply. These cards even can handle, if you mine only Ethereum, they can handle with a 1000 watt power supply, because they use, I think we will check, but I think it's around 900 watts, 950. But so I had this power supply lying around, so I thought I'm gonna use for this rig. Also, this is running on Simple Mining .NET software, and these cards is modified. We modified them on Windows, but I think the Linux is more stable for mining as Windows. Sometimes for some cards might be more stable on Windows, but most of them is more stable on Linux. And yeah, and SimpleMining.net, by the way, software is very good software. You just need to load your email address on the SSD card, and you have a online remote where can you do overclocking and switch between currencies to mine. What's really doesn't want to start. I want to check what's wrong. You can, in Simple Mining, you can manage multiple rigs easily. They have added some fees there. You have to pay $2 in a month to them for keeping the website running and doing the support and updates. So yeah, I think it's a great software, especially for mining with AMD cards. NVIDIA cards is not supported on it, and also ETOS. NVIDIA cards is not supported, but yeah. Right, let's see what this rig will be doing. I think now it's on. Okay, you can see it. This is a 4 GB version. I think LP the memory, and yeah, it's not bad for 4 GB version card, running at 180 mega hashes per second. And let's see what power usage they do. So yeah, 930 watts. You can easily run this on 1000 watt power supply if you run only Ethereum. But if you do think to mine, do dual mining, then you will need probably a bigger power supply, because it will be using slightly more power. And yeah, I want to show you another good card which I lately used I was able to grab a few last of them. The MSI 580 8GB gaming version. We have tested these here last week. They do around 30.5, 31 megahash, overclocked at 2200 memory, and we have modified the timings. They came with the Samsung memory, so we modified the 1750 straps to 2000. But I like the look of this card. It's so heavy, it's so solid, and look how thick is the heatsink. So cooling on these cards is fantastic. It has 2 times 8-pin connections. You will need to use both of them to get the graphics card working, because it doesn't have like a Sapphire Nitros has. I use 570s. It came with a 8 plus 6 pin connection, where 6 pin was an optional. You can only connect 2 8-pin connection. The card would be working with no issues. But this card you need to definitely connect 2 8-pin connections. So there's only few power supplies who has that amount of connections. We were using, I'm not sure if I have a box left anywhere. I'll double check. Don't see anywhere the box. It was Colnic 1200 watt power supply, platinum. You can use this 1600 G2 watt power supply, or you can just use two 750 watt power supplies and get these all these cards running on one machine, and you will have enough connections for all of them. So probably to wrap it up, which cards to use, I still like the AMD the best for mining. Even the RX 560s, I think RX 460s will do exactly the same when we test them. But if you want to mine Zcash, NVIDIA cards is good. Also 1060, 1070. I know 1080 is kind of very pricey, but when you put all this rig together, so it's probably the same cost as if you build 2 rigs or 3 rigs with 1060s, and you will get approximately the same speed as you build them inside one mining rig with 1080s. So yeah, RX 560s does about 14 megahash each, with a 6-card rig for 440 watts. 1060s NVIDIA cards on Zcash mining does about 750 watts for 6-card mining rig with total speed 1500 hashes, not overclock on the stock settings. RX 580 gigabyte cards on a simple mining software is running at 180 megahashes for 6-card mining rig with total power consumption 930 watts. So yeah, that's probably it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the subscribers who send me tips for the videos. The guy who sent 0.8, that's amazing, that's a lot. And the guy who sent me 0.015 Bitcoin, thank you. I'll try to post the videos more usual. And yeah, thanks again for watching the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done this already. You can do it. There's a subscribe button on your right corner on your screen. Feel free to share this video if you found it valuable. And see you on the next video. And happy mining, guys. Bye.